Okay, so same thing as what we've done. They've given you two set of parametric equations. Okay, these are my set of parametric equations. But what do I want out of this? What are they asking for? Convert to Cartesian equation, where all we have is in terms of x and y. Make okay, similar but slightly different step. When you have theta and sine and cos involved, that's your first step. Make sine theta and cos theta the subject. So that means you're actually going to use both at the same time. So from the first one, if I make cosine theta the subject, what would that be? Isn't it this? Yeah? From here. Okay. Once you've done that, second step, that property comes in handy. All right, so sub in sine squared theta plus cos squared theta. What does that mean? Well, from here, we know sine theta is that. So that means this is that because of the squared. Yeah? Same thing here. Cosine squared theta is this squared. Okay? Is equal to 1. What you do after that is, girls, isn't this the same thing as writing this? Yeah? Over 25. The reason why I want to write it like that is because what we're used to seeing from last year. Multiply the 25 across to the 1 because they have the same common denominator. So, yeah, this is an equation of a circle, okay, where the center is, yeah, that's right. So this is really the main reason why you need to learn parametric, to be used in here. So knowing how to do this, now let's have a look at 9C, where we have to go backwards. So in 9C, before I move on, any question about that? All good? All right. Use the parameter theta to write each equation of a circle in parametric form. So they want you to go backwards. So they've given you the equation of a circle in Cartesian form. Okay? They've just given you that. They want you to put it back in these two forms. Because what we're essentially doing is we want to get this equation into this form so we can get it into this form so we can then separate it into these two forms and then here. So we're going backwards, right? So let's complete the square. So in order to complete the square, let's just take it one step at a time. I'm going to rewrite this whole thing, but what's the only thing that I'm going to have to take to the other side first? Yeah? The number without any letter to the other side first. Start off with that. Yeah? Second thing, whichever method you like to use, I'm going to complete the square on this. Half of 6 is 3. And half of 2 is 1. And then on the other side, I have to add the square of each of those numbers. So what am I adding on? 3 squared. That's right. Okay? So 26 plus 10 is 36. Okay, so we've gone up to here, yeah? But now I need to put it back in this form. So what does that mean? That means from here, I need to make this number into 1. So how do I do that? Just divide this under these two, yeah? So we're just going backwards to what we did previously. Yes? But I want it as a whole bracket. So instead of writing it under 36, if I want the whole thing to have a bracket around it, what do I need to write? Yeah, over 6. Because if I wrote over 6, the whole thing I could put a bracket around. Okay, now we can compare it. Oh, can you just repeat what's inside the bracket there for me?
X minus 3 over 6 all squared.
Yeah, okay, so I don't want the square, I'm just getting what's inside the bracket now. And what does that equal to? Cosine. Okay, and the other one, please,
1 plus 1 over 6 whole square.
is equal to?
9.
That's right. All right, so what do I want? I want it back in this form where x and y are the subject. So let's make x the subject now. All right, so that's pretty straightforward now. Just straight away I can tell you it's going to be this. That's your first answer. And this one is -1 plus 6 sine theta. All right, typically, yeah, that's fine. All right, so that's how you basically do parametric equations. The only step that you really need to be aware of is, I should write it down. After you complete the square, 1 the subject. That's very important. And then 2, we compared these two inside the bracket using sine and cos. What is inside the bracket is represented by, what's represented by x here again? Cos sine theta. Yep. Okay, so that's your extra note just to help you get to that step that we want. All right, any question?